You're listening to the How to Talk to Girls podcast with your dating coach, Trip, from tripadvice.com. Do you struggle with getting girls to like you? Well, you're going to learn step-by-step how to talk to girls to create deep connections and meet the woman of your dreams. Here's your host, me, Trip. Welcome to the How to Talk to Girls podcast. We are on the Attraction Arsenal, my 10-part series that is all dedicated to you being able to attract women that you desire, giving you some quick tips, hard-hitting tips and tools, your arsenal for attracting the women that you see around your town. Episode number 4 is all about continuing a conversation. Ooh, this is a good one. I know this is going to be a very popular one because guys ask me all the time, how do I continue a conversation? How do I talk to girls? Which is why I titled my podcast, How to Talk to Girls. Isn't that convenient? Right? So I know this episode's going to be huge. Don't forget to go into the other episodes and make sure you're listening to all these because we're building and building and building upon all this, right? So you need to know the first hello, which is episode number 3, before you get to episode number 4, which is continuing a conversation. Wow, I'm talking very fast here. It's because I have a lot of information to be able to give you in a short period of time, and I want to give these quick tips to you. Okay, continuing a conversation. What is my absolute best advice for continuing a conversation? Okay, here's what we're going to do, and I teach this in my Hooked program along with some other cool techniques in order to continue conversation. So this is just one of my best ones, but there is more in the Hooked program, which you can check out at getterhooked.com. Okay, so what you want to be able to do to continue a conversation is this. When you're talking to a girl, when you give her the first hello and you deliver those lines, you're probably thinking, what were those lines? I'm not going to tell you in this episode because this episode's not about that. Go back to episode number 3, the first hello, okay? And then when you deliver those first lines, listen to her, actively listen, really take the time to listen to her because she is the key to you being able to continue the conversation. Not always. Sometimes girls are not very responsive, but most of the time, if the opener that you're delivering, which should work, works well, when you're delivering it, because you're talking to the girl, delivering the line in front of her, she hears it, she responds to you, you're going to listen to her, you're going to be able to hear words to extract. I call this word extraction exercise. Listen to what she's saying. Okay, so if you deliver the line, well, I guess we'll just give it to you right now. The line is during the day line. There's other openers that you can check out at episode number 3. But for during the day or out at, some sort of public setting and you say, hey, where's the nearest coffee shop that's not Starbucks? And she says, oh, you know what? I don't really know. I only go to Starbucks. Starbucks is still now your key word. So you say, Starbucks. Damn, really? I mean, haven't you, ventured out and tried something new? I mean, is that all you drink? And then she'll say, yeah, Starbucks is like my favorite drink. I've been drinking it for so many years. Now, it's getting a little more difficult. What are your words here? Well, you have the words to extract are Starbucks and years. So then you can use the word years and be like, oh my God, for years? Listen, you should have been drinking Starbucks for only days because let me tell you something, there's better coffee shops out there. And then she might say, well, what coffee shops do you know? And you say, oh, well, I know of this one, but that's why I'm asking you because I'm always looking for new recommendations. And, you go on Yelp or you go on other places and it's hard to trust those. So I like just to ask people so I know for sure that they've been to somewhere good and I love recommendations. So you see here, this is just an example of you being able to continue the conversation. It's about listening to the words that she's saying, right? So let's do this again. I'll give you some more examples. Let's say you go up to her and you say, hey, where's the nearest coffee shop that's not a Starbucks? I'm looking for some different kind of coffee. And then she does mention a place. And then you can say, oh, okay, so now the place is the key word. You can say, oh, that place. Oh, cool. Have you been there before? Okay, you've been there. Okay, how many times have you been there? Oh, you go there like once a week? Cool. And then you can say, what's your favorite coffee to get there? And then she says her certain coffee. And then you can go on and on about that coffee. And maybe you don't drink coffee. You might be like, Trip, I don't even drink coffee. How am I supposed to do this? Well, it's easy. Just say that you're trying to get into coffee. It's something you want to learn. You listen to a podcast and you hear that coffee is really good and you want to get into it. I know that right now I'm talking so fast. It sounds like I've been pouring cups of coffee down my throat, but you'd be surprised that I actually don't drink coffee. I don't drink any coffee at all. Sometimes tea. But that's about it. But either way, extract the words, listen to her, extract the words, and then you can move on to continuing the conversation. Okay? Sound easy enough? I hope it is. Okay, it's not going to be always easy. Sometimes she won't give you lots to work with, but just do your best and see where you can continue conversation from there. But make sure you're listening to her and extracting the word. More tools and exercises on continuing a conversation in the Get Her Hooked program at getherhooked.com. Learn all about it there on that website. Again, getherhooked.com. And you can be able to learn how to continue conversation and attract more women. All right, see you on episode number 5.